Welcome to another, commentary video, parkour, doing the thing. So anyway, sometime yesterday, or 2 days ago when this video was uploaded, although time zones might change all that stuff. Ever since I scheduled videos, I don't know how to reference time anymore. But that's neither the main topic or focus of this video. So yesterday I was on Twitter, and I was on the trending tab, and I noticed Hannah lore was incredibly high on trending. Now, Hannah, for those of you that don't super follow the Dream SMP, is one of the newer members on the Dream SMP that was introduced after Technoblade did the whole L'Manberg is completely gone thing. Recently, she had her first actual lore stream, and as lore streams go, lore streams these days are always about the egg. I guess unless you're Technoblade and your lore streams are about your Syndicate or stuff. But I mean, if you're interested in seeing stuff on Twitter, first link in the description, you have my Twitter. Feel free to drop a follow. And also, before I continue with the rest of this video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It takes just a click and it's free. You can always unsubscribe. So if you could make that red button gray, it would make my day. Enjoy the rest of the video. Yesterday's HannahRose stream with big lore started with Hannah and Sam. Okay, so they realized, oh shoot, the egg is approaching my house, and apparently Hannah is deathly allergic to the egg because stuff is related, her health is directly related to flowers and plants and stuff, and somehow the egg is interfering with that. So her health is at a pretty dramatic risk with the egg becoming a problem and sort of getting into her place of residence. Now, I mean, I too would be pretty, and I'd say reasonably upset if some random egg showed up at my place of residence and started giving me deathly illnesses. I think that is a complaint that should be brought to the HOA, and it's completely warranted. But it turns out, imagine if that were the situation and the HOA were just nah, this is kind of, it's not only our problem, but we're gonna have to ask you to not do anything about that. And that's kind of what Bad and Ant did. So they saw, oh my god, Awesamdude and HannahxxRose are trying to clean up the egg, which, let's be honest, is straight up a plague on the Dream SMP. They turn up the corrupt homeowners association that they are. For those of you that aren't Americans, the Homeowners Association, the HOA, is this organization that deals with home stuff. And being the corrupt organization as they are, they decide, you know what, we're gonna tell you not to clean up the egg because we like the egg, and if you don't like the egg, it's not our problem. You should like the egg and stuff. Which, not exactly sure the strategy that's going on there. I'm not sure if I necessarily support that strategy. Sort of forcing the mantra of the egg down other people's throat. That's really not the way to gain following. In fact, I'm pretty sure that more closely resembles a cult following in that case. But yeah, eventually Sam has to leave. I think he had to go to the Nether or something to get resources to destroy the egg. Not really sure why that would be the case. I mean, I think Techno showed on his stream how easy it was to destroy the egg. He just kind of took a pickaxe to it and a hoe and just started cleaning up the blocks. But I guess canonically that really isn't how it's supposed to work. So Sam had to leave to get some resources. And in that time, Bad and Ant convinced Hannah to go meet the egg. Wow, that block is not having a good time. Managed to convince them to go see the egg, and Hannah being oh no, my health is affected by plants and stuff, so she brought 5 stacks of rose bushes, which, I mean, you can get rose bushes in pretty bulk quantities with bone meal and stuff, and the bone meal trick. If you don't know what that is, basically if you bone meal the bottom half of a rose bush, you'll get infinite rose bushes. It'll just give you a whole rose bush back after you bone meal that. That was today's session of Minecraft lessons with egg, or omelet. Moving on. So she brings 5 stacks of rose bushes with her. Turns out that that's not enough, and she gets encapsulated in some concrete box which is understandably unideal, especially in some unknown location. Let's go back to the HOA metaphor. I mean, I don't know about you, but if someone dragged me out of my home after I attempted to make some renovations, imagine someone drags you out and then brings you to the thing that you were trying to remove. Like let's say you were trying to remove like bees from your home, and they bring you to like a hornet's nest to try to rehabilitate you. So that's pretty much what Bad and Ant did. So honestly, pretty messed up. But I mean, the supporters of the eggs. Honestly, what did you really expect? So after she was brought there, some shady stuff happened. She was trapped in a concrete box. The stream ended there. A couple of things could have happened there. I'm not entirely sure which one was meant to be the case, but either she is stuck there and then becomes influenced by the egg and then joins the egg side as the curtains close on the stream. Or, I mean, she could also just been consumed by the egg, but she wasn't really put directly into the egg, so I'm not sure that would necessarily be the case. That or she just becomes deathly ill, like fatally ill, because of how close proximity she is with the egg and how it's been known to affect her health. So this whole stream means a couple things. So first, we realized that the egg is technically a plant. Like, I think this whole time, I guess aside from the fact that its tendril things are called blood vines, we never really had confirmation about what sort of thing the egg was. Now we know that it is indeed a plant. And this means a couple things. So since the egg has been noted to consume humans, we can pretty safely infer that it is a carnivorous plant. And also some of its behavior is pretty close to a certain type of carnivorous plants. So carnivorous plants are known to be very dependent on things like the sun and water. But one type of carnivorous plant that is known to not require these resources is the, wow, that was sad, is the, what's it called? Bromeliad, I think it's called. They tend to grow more in, not dark by human standards, but dark by carnivorous plant standards environments. And I don't know if you know this, but the egg doesn't really have access to sunlight. The bromeliad also tends to grow leaves from the center of its, of the plant. And the egg grows tendrils from the center of the plant that go everywhere. And these leaves on the bromeliad is meant to collect water. I assume the tendrils are for a similar purpose, collecting some kind of resources from the land. Otherwise, obviously, there would be no reason for the tendrils to be outside of the egg's little underground chamber. So if we assume that the egg is a sort of bromeliad type plant, so we can apply some of the logic from a bromeliad. So a bromeliad, one of the special characteristics of that plant is that occasionally a certain type of tree frog, I'm not entirely sure what kind of tree frog, but a certain type of tree frog will go there and lay eggs like inside the plant. So if we sort of apply this concept to the egg taking advantage of the people that support it and like sort of converting them, like in the case of Skeppy, Bad, Ant, and even a little bit in the case of Awesamdude when he was consumed by the egg, we can see that, you know, maybe they're so devoted because they see the plant or the egg necessarily as sort of a parental figure, and that's like why they're supporting it so much. Like, I mean, if your parent was being threatened by like a bunch of your close friends, I mean, you'd probably want to defend them to some extent. I guess that would also explain why, or Tommy and Tubbo's reactions to the egg. Tommy was completely indifferent to the egg, because unlike a lot of the members on his server, he actually has a defined father figure slash protector figure. His father figure being Philza Minecraft and the protector figure being Sam Nook, obviously. Whereas if you look at Tubbo's reaction was one of trauma, because although he does have like a parental figure in the form of Philza Minecraft again, it's been pretty much all but explicitly confirmed that Philza Minecraft is an adopted father and not an actual father, which would sort of justify the reason why his reaction is so different than a lot of the rest of the server, despite them all not really being, or like none of them really having a father figure. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more random updates on the Dream SMP and commentaries and theories and insight and stuff. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I post a lot and I comment a lot. I should probably advertise that more, but I'm not entirely sure how many people would actually click on the top link. I've been invaded by magma cream pork. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Magma cream pork is just in the lava and has left now. But yeah, I'll see you all next time.